started, eh? Hey.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to episode 60 of Off Topic, and the absentee man is back. To my right, I am your host, Jared Standen, and then, government name, and then to my right is Mr. Andy. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back. I say thanks, but it's my show as well.
Yeah, thank you for giving me my job back.
No, it's good to be back. Unfortunately, I was off sick last week. You might still hear it a little bit in my voice. It's that sort of season, shall I say, where, flu's circling around. COVID's come back for like a fourth try. It's just, it's getting a little bit colder, and working in the city rail link tunnel, being underground, it is not helping. So saw my first sunlight the other day in 4 months.
Nice.
Working dark to dark, and it's like, my immune system's been pretty shot, and thank you to Cameraman Con for filling in. I just needed a little bit of time off, let my throat recover, my voice recover, so I'm back. Back. How are you doing, bro?
Good. It's funny that you say about the sick season, because I said the other day, I was like, all right, I'm going to start taking my health more seriously. And but I was like, all right, I've got like a pack of my, like a men's multivitamin or whatever that I used to take. I'm real sporadic when I take it, but then I'm back to drink. I've got like kind of like Athletic Greens or whatever that gives you like 5 servings of silver beet, but it's just a powder and you mix it in water and scull it.
Does that shit work?
I bought it thinking I'll never have to eat vegetables again. But it tastes gross to the point where I would rather just eat. It's just like straight spirulina powder, pretty much. But
yeah, what all our food will be eventually.
Yeah,
just powder and
what I forget about with taking like a men's multivitamin, or women's, or they's, or taking multivitamins, is that like when you ingest it, your body takes what it needs on board, and then you obviously wee the rest out. And
right.
The morning after the first night that I took it, I went to go wheeze, and it was like bright yellow, and not that yellow like you haven't drunk water. It's like radiating.
Something was wrong.
And yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
That greeny yellow.
Yeah, I've got like Rabo or something.
It's like
and then
nuclear power plant yellow.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I don't want to feel off anymore. And we are entering, and I'm going to take it seriously this year. Hibernation is, I'd say 3 weeks away. So I thought about it, and I want to take it seriously. So I am going to put the call out on the podcast for accountability, is that through May, I'm going to lay off the drink and try and gym more.
So is that's just like another dry July sort of?
Well, we
thing.
used to do hibernation, which was like we're going to take a.
Did we?
We talked about it. Where we were like,
it sounds familiar.
When May gets cold, like it gets colder in May, so we'd always stay. This was more when we were going out a lot more, and we were like, we won't go out for a month, and we'll try and lay off the drink. And it was more of like a saving money / like.
Right. Yeah. This is all sort of coming back. Is this when we were flattened together?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when you said hibernation, I couldn't tell if it was like an us thing that we knew about, or
like
it was
a thing.
It was like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's an us thing, and I'm going to make it a thing by putting it out here for everyone to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, in May, if you see me having a drink or whatever, call me out, and you guys can pick the punishment.
Whoa.
Well, nothing ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll join you on hibernation. I have been actually trying to get to the gym. I have been going to the gym the last couple of weeks. I'm finding that stress levels are high at the moment, and going to the gym has helped me kind of clear my head.
Yeah.
Because big news, and you already know this, I've quit my job as a carpenter and now moving on as a project manager for... Woo!
Happy to say the place name. We can cut that out.
Oh.
We say a lot of bad things on this podcast. And you're in a serious job now.
Yeah. All right, cut that out.
Okay, and 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. So I'm now a project manager.
Woo! It's new news.
Yeah, so I've got high stress levels in terms of just finishing up my old job, which was high stress levels anyway, and then kind of getting into this new role. Hopefully it should alleviate some of that stress and get me back out in the sunshine and running jobs and being in residential markets. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Chasing the dream, baby. Congratulations, man. I was really happy for you.
Thanks. I don't know why I can't say the name, but
I don't know.
fucking fuck.
I mean, the podcast isn't getting any smaller, and
Yeah, that's true. Keep private life private. Yeah, so I've done a few things apart from getting a new job. Done a few things since the last time we spoke. I don't know. Did you guys chat about the Wires, going to the Wires and watching them get up over the Dogs?
yeah.
I had a football karaoke night, pre-season piss up.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
What was your tunes?
A lot of Oasis. A lot
Fuck
of, yeah, a lot of My Chemical Romance. You
Yeah.
know, that sort of just absolute belters. You know, the ones that you can just.
Yeah.
I didn't get a show in with any song picks. It was like we had it for like an hour. Oh no, it was probably longer.
Like, these are the songs.
Yeah, everyone just queued everything up, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I got on the mic a couple of times, just whatever came on.
Just absolutely no shame, belted it.
Yeah,
Fuck
100%.
yes.
Yeah.
The worst is when you go to karaoke and there's someone like you go to hand them the mic or something. They're like, no. But then you see them singing just in the corner. And I don't want to like call people out. I'm like, no, you have to do this. But like,
Yeah,
get involved.
You're going to karaoke.
Did you go to
sing.
the one that we went to, like private room?
No, so we went to Holy Moly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a karaoke room, but there's one upstairs, and you can book that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
So it was pretty good. It was really good. The idea was, because I'm coaching the team, the idea was to take the lads there, get them to open up, make a fool of themselves.
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than like sing along to Britney Spears?
Yeah.
You know, something like, and even like, so one of the guys that I was thinking, I might not do it is our keeper, because he's a young fella and like a team of bit of older guys, and he just got right into it, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see.
Hard.
If you're gonna go along to karaoke, be prepared to sing. Otherwise, just don't go.
Otherwise, you're just going to drink in another location.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but I ended up on the fucking golf course somehow and out on the deck smoking darts and signing contracts,
Nice.
like
Yeah.
for players. I mean, like to join the club and stuff. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Shout out to the Gunners.
Sweet.
And then what happened last weekend? Fuck. Oh, we had a big Friday night. We did
We did.
red carpet premiere.
We did. We were lucky enough to be cordially invited to the pre-screening of Mr. Joe Damon's new show, Bouncers, which actually came out today at the time of recording. Today is Wednesday. This will come out probably Friday. So yeah, it's out now, I believe, on Neon. It's going to be out on Comedy Central. And then I think Joe said that he managed to suss to actually put the episodes up on YouTube for free for a while, so you can watch them there as well.
So, yeah,
But yeah.
congratulations, Joe, Dre, everyone else involved, Natalie, phenomenal. Like I thought it was so fucking funny,
It was good, man.
and just to see these guys like up on a big screen, you know what I mean? It was like a little, like humbling, proud.
Continuously lifts the bar.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those things where you were like, dude, like, I was talking to Joe afterwards, and I was like, fuck, like, what's your feelings kind of putting it out into the ethos now that it's hands off the project? You've done everything you can putting it out there. And he was like, I don't know, like, I've been fucking staring at it for months. Like, I'm happy just to hear people laugh and that. And I was like, as someone that aspires to kind of get to that level, seeing someone do that does so much for yourself in terms of like motivation and what's possible, I guess.
Yeah, and it's real like cliche, you know. It's like, someone from our hood made it, so then why can't I? You know what I mean?
New Zealand's in the corner of the world. Like,
Yeah,
this is signed for Comedy Central UK. Like, that's a big deal.
for sure. It's massive. But what I'm trying to say is like it's that feeling of like
Yeah.
still cliche, but seeing someone that you know,
Come up out the hood.
like make it like from Auckland and do something that that you aspire to do is really humbling. But not only that, it was fucking funny as fuck.
Exactly. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Everyone go check it out. But no, it was a cool little experience to kind of like, I know when we have people on and they're like, oh, it's not fucking that hard to be New Zealand famous. It means nothing. Dude, I was still like, when you walk in the room, you're like, that's.
Yeah.
Like, we were very much like the bottom feeders.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember like the after party was pretty cool, like sitting in the booth and it was like Joe, Dre, Willie.
Yeah.
Eddie was there. Matt, our good friend Matt Jordan's there. It was just like looking around at all these comedic sort of personalities.
So yeah, we watched the show and then he was like, look, we're having a few drinks at the bar afterwards. Everyone's welcome that's kind of come to this thing. We were like, fuck yeah, of course we'll be there. When we got there, they had like a charcuterie board in the common area of the cinema with like your salamis, your cheeses, your crackers.
Your Easter eggs.
And they had Easter eggs.
Oh,
and I thought, because Mr. Matt Jordan was like, cocktail sausages. Hello, Siri.
Oh, Siri.
Didn't just search cock, did she?
That's top 3 words searched in my phone right now.
Nice. But yeah, he was like, oh, man, like, I don't know what people call them, but,
Cheerios.
Cheerio. That's it.
Yeah.
I was looking for the word. I was thinking like chipolatas. But yeah, he stuffed himself with Cheerios, and I was like, I'm feeling a sweet. And I stuffed my pockets with Easter eggs, thinking I'll pick these through the show, like while we're watching, because it was like probably like it was like over an hour of watching episodes that we got to see. And then when we got to the bar a bit later, I was at the bar and I was ordering some drinks, and I had people beside me that were kind of like over my shoulder doing the classic, like, oh, can I jump in after you? I was like, yeah. I just got to pay and shit, and then I'll scoot to the left and you can come into the right to your spot. And then I went to pull out my phone to PayWave, and my phone, which I pulled out of my back pocket, had brown smears all over it. And they kind of looked at me like, what? And I was like,
okay, dude?
And I was like, it's chocolate. It's chocolate. And obviously it falls on deaf ears when you're at a bar. Like, no one can hear anything. So to prove that I hadn't had shit all over my phone, I rubbed my finger down my screen and licked it. And I was like, it's all good. And they were kind of like, ugh. But it's just lost in translation. Like, none of that shit makes sense at a bar. If you see a guy pull his phone out of his back pocket, which could have very well been in his undies, it's got a brown smear down it, and then he like licks it to say that it's all good before pay waving. Dude, I still can't take my phone off silent because it's chocolate jammed in the freaking switch. And I'm not going in for seconds.
It's all right, bro. I don't need to get a drink here. I'll go over there.
There was a couple of times that night I made a fool of myself. And I think it was because I was giddy. I didn't get particularly like drunk or anything, but
Just around the buzz and the hype.
yeah,
and
it was.
everything.
And
Big
there was
night.
another like we met a lot of people. So when you like meet them and then after you've had a few drinks, when you see them in the bar again, it's like, oh, what's up? And you just like carry on talking to them as if you've like known them for a while or something.
Yeah.
And I turned and I put my hand on this dude's shoulder, and I thought he was someone that I'd met a few hours earlier, and we were having like an inside joke about something. It was like someone's like shirt or something like that. And then I was like,
Is this like the guy that knows your parents?
Yeah,
Like David Tour?
no. But anyway, I was just like, man, I saw that fucking shirt again. Jesus, what are they doing that for or whatever? And then this dude turns around, he's like, what? And who's standing next to him but shirt guy?
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, I thought you were the bro. And then it was just like, I didn't know where to go from there.
Oh.
It was just a classic, like, I'm gonna go to
Pull out your phone. It's chocolate.
I'm gonna go to the toilet. And then the dude was like, I don't what, like, is this guy hitting on me? And I was like, thought you were the bro. My hand's still on his shoulder. But yeah, I kind of quickly was like, okay, Jared, recenter yourself. And then I do what I usually do in a bar when I've been in one place too long. I'm gonna do a lap.
Yeah.
And then just get up, walk around the whole bar, come back, and I'm like, nothing's changed.
You love a good lap of the bar or a gig.
Yeah, big time.
Mine's I go back and forth, right? It's like bar outside, bar
Yeah.
outside, bar outside. Like, but
I-
like it's like when I go to the bar to get a drink, it's not like straight outside. It's like check the surroundings, talk
Yeah.
to a few people, then outside. I never do like a full loop.
I did full loop, but like I hate being seated inside. So when everyone kind of congregated inside, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go sit outside. And like we went and sat outside, and then they were like, "This is reserved for Kelly," and we were like,
Yeah.
"But we're with them."
Who the fuck's Kelly?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're with the in New Zealand famous people.
yeah. But no, it was a really good night. It was a really good night.
Yeah. But yeah, made footy hard the next day. We had our first preseason game on the Saturday morning. Thankfully, I'm not playing, just coaching. But I
Did
also
end up keeping?
didn't end up keeping our keeper showed up,
Nice.
or our other keeper showed up, should I say? And yeah, I didn't have to be in net, which is great. As soon as I saw him arrive, my hangover just disappeared, and I was instantly happy. But I ended up running the line for the game as Lino just for the first preseason game because we were down a few numbers and the guys are not as fit as they should be just yet.
Yeah.
And if they're just running the line and then have to get on the pitch, it's like, what's the
Sorry,
fucking,
dude.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the fucking point? So I ended up running the line the whole game, which is good because me and Maxi, both of us coached. So we had one on one side and one on the other side.
Oh yeah,
so I
sweet.
was still giving
and
him.
just fucking rig the thing.
Yeah, still yes. Yeah. No, I felt like I was pretty fair, even though I gave away a penalty against our team.
You got to do it. You got to do a couple.
No, like an actual like in the box penalty, like
Oh.
yeah, and they scored, and it was but it was blatant handball. What am I supposed to fucking do? Like, nah, nothing happened.
Stevie Wonder, eh? What was that?
Just looking off at the other game, like, oh, sorry, what?
Was that a Hercules? What cracked me up in the bar, just cutting back to that, was sorry. There was one point where you said you're like, I'm gonna buy a tray of drinks for the table.
no.
And I was like, Alpha, fuck yes. Let's throw our weight around a little bit. Let's win some respect.
Yeah.
We're rubbing shoulders at the moment. And you put the thing on the table and I was just nodding like, fuck yes, Andy, nice. And then someone just comes over the top with like twice as many drinks and just pushes our tray to the side and it's just like, here you go. And we were like, oh.
Yeah, someone just made like a big dick move, like straight over top of me.
Yeah.
I shrunk away. It was, I
guess we'll drink these.
Yeah, I was trying to do the right thing. You know, we were sitting at the table with some like high rollers, and there was a fuck ton of drinks on that table. And I thought, you know what? Let's show our respect. Off topic, we'll shout around. We'll get some drinks in.
Yeah, not for everyone, but if you're quick.
Yeah. It doesn't pay all that much. Actually, it doesn't pay at all. Why are we here? No, sorry. So, and then, yeah, you're right. He came in with like, because they had those like handle
Tray
things.
like a dinner tray almost.
But no, that's what they gave me. But they had
they had
like
slots.
slotted things for drinks, so they could carry like heaps over.
Yeah.
And they gave me a fucking like waiter's dish, like fucking. I just
Put it on the table, everyone's like, thanks, I ordered chips too.
yeah, Dre Skrilla tips me. So what?
36 Bitcoin, here you go.
Well, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I assume that's what they make.
Yeah, so footy was good. It was 2-2 draw. Guys got a lot to do, but we're about
That's what preseason's for.
about a month out. I'm happy where we're at.
Do you ever, when you go for a wee, complete left turn,
Send it.
you know how sometimes you get the accidental, I feel gross saying it, like you get the dribble in your pants?
Yeah.
So I was at a conference on Friday for work, and it's all the heads of the company that I work for from the North Island, and we all met up in Auckland, which was actually sweet. And I quickly darted to the toilet, and I was like, I'm going to be real fast here. flopped it over the top of the waistband,
Oh, rookie mistake.
and did my biz because I like when they were like, we're gonna stop for a toilet break, everyone said no, we're fine, and I was like,
Jerry's not.
yeah, and then went for my wee wee, and when I came back, I like as I ran down the hallway again to go back into the conference room, I was like, oh no, my waistband was telling me lies. It cut me short, and then when I put everything back in, just 1 or 2 drops is all good. And I'd already shaken and everything, but little puddle. And I was like, fuck me, I'm sitting in this exact seat, close to a lot of people, for like another 4 hours.
Oh.
And I sat in my wee pants for another 4 hours.
Wee pants.
Yeah, but I was so cautious. Like anytime I smelled anything, I was like, "Oh my god, do I smell?" I feel really embarrassed telling the story. To be honest, I wish I never brought this up. We were happily sailing on to another topic.
Yeah, this is good content.
Yeah, but I was sitting there, and it was just like, this is also when my piss was flaming yellow, and I thought that something was wrong with me because I'm trying to be like optimal man.
What was it? The Silverside supplements.
Yes, the corn silver side that I've been eating.
I don't
No,
know.
because I was taking my Opti-Men. And so I was pissing pure B12 at this point, and I was sitting there like, man, is anyone like, am I smelling like urine? Or am I? And I was in my head about it all day.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious.
So when you were like, come over, I came straight from the conference, like went to your house, and I was like, no, I need to go home and shower.
Yeah.
And then I was like, actually, I'll just come to your house and I'll just shower there. And then I clicked when I got to your house. I'm like, I am pissy.
You fucking, you sat on my bed in my computer chair and in your fucking piss
To be fair,
pants.
like whatever it was, had just dried on me at that
Yeah,
point.
it's
Like,
well gone.
like salty sweat cakes.
That could be something in a fucking Jim Carrey movie, I swear.
Just running around with pee pants.
No, just being in like the office setting and meeting with having
Oh, yeah.
a conference. I can see him like, yeah, that's fucking, oh man. That's a rookie move though. You just using the waistband.
Yeah,
it's tricky.
It is. Like, there is an art to it. And this is similar to the conversation we had last time you were on about the pinch and roll. There is also a very, it's one of those, like, unspoken things that men talk about, like, going for your wee, you pull your forey back a little bit so everything stays clean, or at least I hope you do. And when you go over the waistband, but the waistband's still tight, like, you can be deceived very easily, because once the thing goes back down again, gravity just does its work.
Yeah.
And that's when you can get a little surprise. And that was what I was caught out on. And it's not my friggin' first rodeo. I've weed before. And and I was
hope so.
I was tripped up and I was embarrassed. And I am still embarrassed. And we can move on. I think we've bled that dry.
Yeah, you shat yourself, piss yourself. What else?
Pill your phone and wet knickers.
That's the podcast title.
Make a poster for it.
Episode 60. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on from that.
All right. Now, modern day words.
Yeah. So after the karaoke, after the preseason karaoke blowout that we had and the parties that we had, we ended up going clubbing afterwards.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell no.
True.
I mean, it was like I was on a good buzz. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go clubbing, and why not? You with the fellas, like the team.
Yeah.
And
You know who bouncers love letting in? 18 footy playing drunk dudes.
30-year-olds. Yeah, that's
Walking around just going, Gunners.
yeah, like at least 20 of us. Oh, no, at least good 12 to 15 of them like are English. So yeah, it was a lot of chants, a lot of,
Yeah.
a lot of banter. It was good. So we get in this club and instantly I was just like, what the fuck? everyone, and I know this is going to sound like duh, but like everyone's just 18 and just looked so young, like to the point that I was like this was like the penny drop moment for me.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, you're like, you're that young.
Yeah.
Like, it scares me like that. When we were,
You're like 2004 born.
yeah, like when we were 18 going clubbing first, they were 8. You know what I mean? Like
Ooh.
that's
Ah.
yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, I know what it's like. It's like a weird like.
It's not like I'm not saying that as in gross as in like, ooh, I feel weird for like, you know, like don't worry.
Yeah. It was just a shock. It was a big shock to the system seeing, like, I don't know if it was the club we're in or like if it was specifically like that was where like the 18-year-old crowd goes to.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on, but anyway, so, and you know, I'd get to talk to a few of them. You're in a club, in a bar, why not? You're chatting to girls, guys, whatever, bar staff, or they're all young as well. Fuck, even the bouncer was like a toddler, I think. The DJ, young, like it was. I was like, damn, I must be the oldest dude in this place.
Yeah.
And that some of the words that these guys use was like baffling to me. And there's a few words like online, like people on social media use them. It's like modern day words that like I just don't like understand, and I haven't looked up.
Yeah,
the
it's like
meanings
social
of this.
media language.
Yeah. So I had an idea that I was gonna, because you were raised by the internet.
Yes, sir.
That's your quote.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put you to the test, and I'm gonna fire some modern day words that I heard in the club, and you're gonna have to tell me what the fuck they mean.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to use them in sentences as well. So first one up, what is gaslighting?
Gaslighting. Dude, I've always struggled with what gaslighting means.
All right, so
But-
we're not off to a good start.
No, but gaslighting someone is like, to my understanding anyway, the lady actually taught me about this because I didn't know. I thought it was just manipulating.
Right.
But that's kind of what it is, I think. So if you're in, like, for an example, if you're in an argument, okay, I need to think of a good example here.
Is it like you're trying to light the fire to like troll them?
You're trying to like make them believe they've done something to make them feel bad, to like light the flame or something. I don't know where the actual term comes from, but if you can gaslight some, like if you
Gen Zs, tell us down below.
but like gaslighting is like yeah, fuck. Like I have an example in my head, but I can't put it into words.
We'll come back to that. All right. What's the Riz? Have you got Riz?
Riz. Riz stands for charisma.
Oh, okay.
If you've got the
I
Riz,
see
man.
how they did that.
If you yeah, my calculations are correct. If you got the Riz, it's like having game. It's like having like an unspoken like having unspoken Riz is just being able, like if you see someone at a bar that you can immediately, if you walk into a bar and you immediately spot the cool dude and he's not talking, and if he's just standing there looking cool and you can tell people are interested in him, he's got unspoken Riz.
Oh, okay.
But you can do anything, man. You can be the Wizard of Oz. You can be
I like that.
you can be a grizzly bear. Like yeah, you can have like Riz is just like having game.
having chat.
Yeah.
But not just chat, charisma, like
Yeah, it's just
persona
like an
and-
aura of like people want to be around you and
Right.
ladies want to talk to you.
all right. We won't use this. Okay, next one. What a L plus ratio?
Okay, so L. Okay, I'm gonna have a guess here. So if someone says like, it's so if you make like a dumb comment and then people will be like, "Geez, L's in the chat."
Oh, okay. I've heard of L's. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, or
that's
if someone does something
gaming
and it's
thing
like,
as
yeah,
well.
dub. Yeah. So we know it from gaming. So
Yeah.
if you're like, oh, sweet, I got a dub, or like, damn,
Yeah.
like hold this L.
Yeah.
But then like if you ratio someone, it's when someone tries to make like a cool comment, but then the comeback gets more likes or something, then you can be like, oh, ratio. Because the ratio, like you've gone for the big swing and then you've been outdone, and it's like the ratio of the big call versus the comeback, like the comeback way out-ratioed
So
you.
they got more likes or more.
Yeah, so if someone makes a shit comment and then there's a huge comeback, you can be like, dude, like comment to the first, like reply to the first comment, like "Ugh, L plus ratio, dude. I think I could be completely wrong, man.
That baffling. This next one, forgive my pronunciation. Chugi.
A chuggy, yeah. I think a chuggy is like a boomer on TikTok. So like people that are a little bit old to be on the scene and they're like trying to like be relevant within it. I think.
Why pick such a hard word to pronounce?
I don't know. I heard someone else explain that on a podcast. They were in the same situation as us, being
Right.
like, "What's a chuggy?"
Yeah, and sounds like a sandwich, man.
We're chuggies.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, well, I'm not cool.
Yeah, well,
I poo on my phone.
it's chocolate.
Thought you were the bro.
What does it mean to bang 30s?
Fuck knows. The hell's bang 30s?
I don't know.
Okay, let's take a stab in the dark here. MILF hunting. If you're banging 30, unless, so if like, you know when people
I'm
are
gonna
like,
Google the answer as well.
yeah, so you know how like when you see videos and it's like rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 and people are like, I'm a 12. Is it just like you're an off the scale and you're like you solely root hot people, so you're like banging 30s?
Nope. Bang 30s is used when you want to fight someone.
What?
I can't give you any more description than that.
I've never heard that in my life. Does it say anything about banging MILFs, which I like 30-year-olds, but then also that's like, we know people that are 30, so that's weird.
No, it's just bang 30s to fight someone is in a physical altercation.
Well, it's not mental. I've never heard that.
Yeah, who takes the time to say, let's bang 30s?
Yeah, what? Is it like 30-ounce gloves or something? But that's
Oh,
like,
that's, yeah.
but they're
what?
12. 30s are like pillows.
Fuck,
Like
fuck
giant
knows. I don't know.
mitts.
I feel like you might have been onto something though. I don't know. Is it guns or like what's?
I don't know. Well, like a full 5.
Yeah, yeah, no.
yeah. 20 tools in my shoes.
I got a couple more. Mid.
I heard it on, I think it was an Inspired Unemployed podcast where someone's pretty much summed it up. They said mid, you would rather be called like shit than be called mid, because mid just means you are completely like the whole experience was unrememberable. Like you can take it all like mid, like if you can be like, yo, that movie was
Basic.
mid, it was just like I didn't need, like it wasn't shit. It was just like I could have gone without seeing it.
So,
Nothing.
like-
my life hasn't changed for like going through this.
Right in the fucking middle.
Yeah, it's smack bang in the middle. If someone's just like mid, like, but then also like, if we put out a video and some people might not find it funny and they commented mid, that would hurt my feelings so much.
Oh.
If someone said like, this is not funny, this is shit, then it's like, okay, whatever. But if someone was like mid, then it's like, damn, like you didn't even get like a react, like nothing. Did it anger you?
I mean, some of this, I guess that's good for me with this internet stuff. Like, if someone can comment that shit, I'm going to be like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say, bro. Thanks for commenting.
Yeah.
Commenting.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'm
just
out of prep.
comment, Raffle.
Yeah. Shot, bro. Yeah. Wig.
Like wigging out.
I don't know. I haven't written any like context down to these.
Right,
These are
okay.
just what I heard in the conversations in the club.
Okay, yeah, no wig. I mean, is it referencing your hair? Like,
Well, I know what a wig is, but
that's
like,
what I mean. Am I thinking too literally here by saying here? Or is it like, yeah, like wigging out or like bugging out?
actually, I am gonna look this one up real quick.
Yeah, look it up and wig. Unless it stands for something like,
I don't know. I don't know if this is legit, but wig is a term used to describe when someone does something that is so good they go bald. Kind of like that one.
Like what? Dude, I got a chopper gunner in like 2 minutes. Wig.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if that's legit. Anyway, all right. The last one. So when kind of looking at this segment, right, I had to look up a few words and like check spelling and make sure like I was kind of on the right path.
Yeah.
And I stumbled across one which I thought was quite amazing, really. It was like, holy fuck, I never realized that. So do you know what a stan is?
Yeah.
A stalker fan.
Yeah. It's like derived from like a stalker fan Stan, also the Eminem song Stan about a stalker fan.
Yeah, what the fuck? Was this like common knowledge?
Yeah, I feel like Stan's been around like a little bit. Like when people are like, so like when Greta Thunberg or something speaks about the climate and she's on show with everyone will be like, we stan Greta, because it's like, damn, like she's doing the fucking thing.
I was so fucking baffled and amazed. I just thought Stan was the dude in the song.
I don't think when he wrote it, that's what it meant. I think he just picked a name, but then people have taken it and then made it something else.
Stalker fan.
Yeah.
That, to me, is incredible. That's gone like full circle.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Like I stand...
Props on that, Gen Z.
Yeah. I think we are Gen Z, just by the way.
Fuck no.
We're not millennials.
Yeah, we are.
No. I think we're right on the border. I think it depends on what website you look on.
Well, I'm pretty much a fucking millennial or one before that. I don't know.
Chugs.
Chuggy.
Other news outlets have used 1995 as the starting birth year of Gen Z.
Fuck.
Between 95 and 2012, says psychologist Jean Twing.
Tenzing Norgay.
Chocolate.
There's no fucking way I am a fucking Gen Z. There's no shot in hell.
Oh, it could be worse.
So another thing, right? When I was in the club, another thing I noticed is all these fucking kids walking around with the broccoli hair.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like it was every single guy and some girls had the full like broccoli
it's like shave back and so like for us. So say around like when Peaky Blinders came out, everyone kind of got the same haircut of number 2 on the sides, fade it up, leave it a bit longer, I'll swish it.
Yeah.
And the short back and sides, but on the top. If I ask for it, my barber laughs because he's just like, dude, I do 30 of these a day. Like that's all I do. And I think it's just like grow that out and then, but like it's got to be forward at the front and it's got to be voluminous.
Yeah.
It's like a bill, like a duck bill off the front. And
it's just got to go down to the eyebrows and and it's got to be curly.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird like.
I don't like, but when you see people trying to like fix it and they're always doing the like, give it a zhuzh.
Yeah.
I can't speak, man. I'm on the other side of that where I said forget here and now I shave the whole thing.
Yeah, it was astounding that it was like every single guy. There was no like variance other than the football team who we all
everyone just had a mullet and then shaved the back and then like glued it on the front.
Exactly. I mean, obviously hair trends change and they go in circles and things come and go, but so I interviewed 3 people.
Nice.
Yeah, I was on one, bro. I was fucking.
Yeah.
Andy
in the streets.
I hit the mean streets of Auckland City. Went to
see what the people are saying.
Car park, I think it was called underpass. What's it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Car park?
It was known as car park in our time.
Right. So I wanted to know, why is people's hair on their face? That's what I wrote here. One guy, pretty honest, just said, couldn't tell you, bro. And I was like, cool. So someone did it and you all did it?
Yeah. It falls like this.
Yeah. Another one was quite profound. It's just a sign of the times, bro. All these end in bro, by the way.
Yeah, bro. It's a sign of the times.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Don't know what that means. TikTok times or...
Yeah, I mean, I get what he means by like it's a sign of the times, but also it's hard because we definitely went through our phases of hair.
Yeah, and I'm going to get into this next.
Okay.
And the last guy said very abruptly, because we smoke buds, bro.
Okay, dude.
Yeah. It's like, settle down.
All right.
Smoking weed when you're on the nappy.
I was into like smoking weed's like, it's like masturbating or something. Like
Everybody does it.
Everybody does it. You don't need to talk about it.
And it feels great.
And most people do talk about it, and you can have a great conversation about it, and everyone does it their own way and has their own buzz. But
That is the greatest analogy. Everybody does it. It feels great, and you shouldn't do it at work.
but yeah, no, I think if you cut your hair because you smoke buds, then
I don't know. I think he's just trying to be cool. But needless to say, the interviewing didn't go all that well.
I was waiting for one to be like, dude, get out of my face.
What? Who said that? I can't see you. Yeah. So this led me to another thing as well, like, because we would have had a hair craze back in our day as well at that same age.
Oh yeah.
And I think, actually, this might have been a little bit younger. We weren't quite clubbing yet. But the only one that I can attest it to or like compare it to is the Skux cut. With
Bro,
the
don't talk to me about the Skux cut.
the straightened hairs, the box up at the front, and all of that.
Dude, I was a fringer at the front. So I had I would wake up in the morning. When I woke up, turn my straightener on straight away, go and have a shower, wet my hair, and then go and straighten wet hair, which I've come to learn is terrible for your hair, and just that thing straight diagonal down, smoke it with a pot of Dax wax, and then the back just gets the whole zhuzh straight up. And if you could partner that with like a rat's tail or a Jedi, with like even some blonde,
a few highlights or something. Yeah,
dude, like frosty tips, talk to me. Like I had a bleached Jedi.
God's sake.
Yeah.
See, I was the same. I always boxed the front, but it was always like goes like short to long towards the middle, and then the back just like blew out like you're Super Saiyan.
Yeah, you were a comet.
Yeah, and you could Google it now. I think probably most of our viewers or listeners actually know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, I think it definitely ties in with like the shuffling jerking era.
Yeah.
And
jerking the dance moves.
Windsor, yeah. Not the weed smoking jerking off.
5 knuckle shuffle in the jerking era.
Yeah. We head to the mall for a jerk battle. In the food court.
We are definitely bleeping out where I work in this episode.
But no, like acid wash jeans, Windsor Smith slip-ons. Like if you want to go full into this, you can go
an iLab shirt.
You could do a cotton-on scarf with a rosary beads.
Shit.
And then like I never went that far with it.
Nah, neither. Oh, I did the jean shorts, the shoes, the socks,
or
and
the denim shorts with rolled everything for a while there.
Yeah. But see, my thing is like, where did that come from?
I don't know.
So these guys that I was talking to in the club, that they don't understand. None of them understood like where the hairs come from.
Yeah.
So where did the I don't get it either. Like,
we're just becoming bitter and old, and we don't understand trends. But at the time when we were in it, we were like, dude, people just like
oh, you don't have a Skux cut?
All those guys probably have the same answer deep down. Is like, I saw someone do it. It looks cool. People like it.
Yeah.
So I did it, which is exactly why I would have done it in the past as well.
Yeah, same. That's true. But final question for you. Which one, if you had to have one right now, which one would you have? Broccoli hair or Skux cut?
As a 27-year-old male with like a job,
You have to have it for a year.
I don't smoke buds though.
What? Bro.
Shit. If I had to have one for a year,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think the TikTok hairdo is probably more presentable day to day. I think the Skux cut, if I walked around with that, I would get laughed out the building.
Yeah.
Mainly because I think the ginger hair doesn't help.
Yeah.
And I don't want to straighten my hair every day.
Yeah.
And also, Dax Wax was like, it was like if you got it on your hands, water ran off you like you were a dolphin. You
Yeah.
had to like put it under like boiling water to get it off.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think not that I'd have my hair either way, but just to avoid the like shouting out of like, go back to 2012.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
But also,
like,
my hair doesn't curl like that. Like I couldn't. You've got hair that can do anything.
yeah, I've got great hair.
Yeah.
Nah, that sounded bad, but I get it. It is voluminous, and I can adjust it and change. I've had every haircut under the fucking
Yeah.
sun.
See, I'm limited because my hair goes like, what direction does it want to go in today?
Right.
So it's easier just not having it. I've decided. I am cutting my
I'm
losses.
very close. I've just shaved the beard. If you're watching by video, and I look like a,
Which you should be. Subscribe to the YouTube.
I look like a. I've gone back 10 years. Naked roll mat,
Naked roll fat.
mole rat. And it's it's so weird. I've just completely lost my jawline, and I hate it.
Yeah,
it was
it's hard. It's
instant
hard.
regret. Like I was sick. I was feeling shit. I just my skin was feeling bad. I
Just
was
needed
just
to
like
F5 the whole thing.
just completely gone. And I washed my face, felt great. Looked in the mirror, went,
fuck.
what have I done?
It'll come back.
Yeah, good thing it goes back.
I last clean shaved, and I've told you this before, on March the 3rd, 2013.
It's amazing you remember that.
It was my first day of university.
Razor shave.
Razor shaved and everything. Rocked in with a shaving rash and all.
Dang.
I used to get shaving rash as well because I had like sensitive skin. Shout out to being a ginger. So I couldn't just do that. I found that if I use conditioner or something, which is like actually kind of bitter and terrible for you, but yeah, I used to have to do that. And then my face decided to fill out and I don't have a jaw. So I have to use, luckily my beard fills out quite nicely. And I've always just kept like a number 3 kind of shadow on for as long as I can remember. I used to have like a Mr. Tumnus tuft out the front just here.
Yeah.
Like, but it made me look like a crescent moon, which I thought was cool at the time. But I saw photos of myself. and-
Trends, eh?
yeah. Like as soon as I could grow a beard, I was like, I'm having a goatee.
Yo. Yeah, I need mine back for sure. I can't do anything else with it. As versatile as the hair is on my head, the beard hair is like,
Yeah.
I can't do.
At what age can you start just being like, fuck it, I'm just going to rock a donut or lamb chops or something? Because when you
Yeah,
see like
just a
older
Van
dude, like when you
Dyke
see the
or,
old
like-
boys do it, you're like, you suit it.
Yeah.
But if you see like a 20-year-old do it, you're like, oh, you're doing it for a laugh.
Well, I guess that's because they've had years to trial it and sample it and like whatever's.
And it's also like if we see an old boy that's just had that as long as we've known them,
just
we just
not normal.
associate it with them. Yeah.
That's all I got about clubbing.
So after hibernation, big blowout in the clubs.
Well, we'll take the microphones and like and fucking record like properly or something.
does your hair do that?
I even wrote like because I wasn't getting through to these young kids, right? I couldn't understand what the fuck they were saying, so I even wrote down on a notepad what I was trying to say to them, and then just held my phone up, and so they could read it.
You were getting so talked about behind your back.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
Who's the boomer from the Herald here?
yeah, I don't know. And if anyone's listening to this somehow that was in that club that night, I apologize. It was just I was
He was on the job, all right?
yeah, I was buzzed
Get a
out.
hobby.
I was
Stop smoking buds.
I was buzzed out and having a good time. I don't know why. It was just on my mind, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was really interested to know.
Nice. I went out for dinner on Saturday. I went back to town on Saturday night after Friday night.
Shit, yeah.
Myself, the
Crazy.
lady, and Sarah, Cameraman Con's partner, we hit Tanuki's Cave for some sushi.
Tanuki's what?
Tanuki's
Cave.
Cave. It's a restaurant.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, went downstairs into said cave and ate the yakitori, which is it's like all like nice kebabs, like takoyaki balls. Good shit, man. Good shit.
Nice.
I didn't drink. I did drink. I lie. I didn't drink enough that I couldn't drive. I drove.
Wait,
Yes.
say that again.
I had a couple of low percentage beers and then drove home. I won't lie, I was a little bit useless on the Saturday after Friday because the whole night when we were at that premiere, when we got there, I was like, damn, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat the Easter eggs that ended up in every orifice of my cell phone. And I just didn't eat all night. And
Yeah, that'll fuck
the
you up.
whole night I was like, I'm still hungry. I am still hungry. When we got home, I was like, I am still hungry, but I am tired. And
See, I had the trick, right? So during the premiere, I was going out for drinks constantly. And I found out early that because when we got in there, you got like 2 free drink tokens. And I went up to the bar to pay, and they're like, "Oh, no, don't worry about paying. Someone's bought the bar out."
I wonder who it was.
Was it you?
No?
Oh, what the fuck? You said it like that. Like,
No,
why would you say it like that?
I wonder who it was. Genuine curiosity.
You said it like
You know the rugby commentator, Carlton Anna? He's on the sidelines.
no, but
He does like the pitch reports, right? They cut to him on the sidelines. He's like New Zealand Sevens great. He was at the bar with me, and this was before I knew the drinks were free. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll grab 4, went to get my wallet out. And then he leant over and he ordered 4, and he was like, I'd like to pay for my 4, and I'll pay for the 4 for my mate over here. And I
Oh.
was like, Matt Jordan actually leant over and went, Carlton, nah, no way. And then he just laughed at me and walked away from the bar with his beers and like tapped me on the shoulder. And I was like, oh, this dude's just stitched me up with the bill.
Oh.
I wasn't in on the joke that they were free.
right.
And then,
Gotcha.
yeah, everyone laughed and I was the victim of the joke. But then when we actually got into the bar afterwards where we had to pay, he was like, you're around now? And I was like, haha, good one, Carlton Anna, sideline reporter for New Zealand Rugby.
Shout him out.
Yeah. But no, I didn't buy him a drink.
Right. No, so when I was going out to get these drinks, right, because at this time I knew they were free, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to abuse this system. I kept going back to the smorgasbord. So I was eating.
Loading up on deli meats.
Yeah, it was good. It was good smorgasbord. So yeah, I pulled up all right on Saturday. I've been a lot worse having to go to footy.
Yeah. That was the thing. I had to like come and work on the house here, and I turned up and I was like, "Ugh," meandered for a bit, and I was like, you know what? I'll just stock up on things I need another time. Save a couple of Bunnings trips.
Nice.
Yeah. You want a yuck and yum?
Yo.
What's your yuck this week?
Come back to me.
Let's find a fucking example of gaslighting since I did such a terrible job. I'm gonna ask the new Snapchat AI because I talk to this thing all the time.
Yo.
On Snapchat, the AI thing, what is an example of gaslighting? If this tells me how to like light a Bunsen burner, I'll be cheesed off.
I'll be...
An example of gaslighting is when someone consistently denies or twists another person's reality or experience. This is perfect. Causing them to question their own sanity or perception of the events. So if you're like, if you you're out with the boys and your missus or something is like, I'm gonna shoot home. Do you want to come with me? And then you're like, nah, like I'm gonna stay out. And then she gets upset with you and then goes home, and then you go out and have like a big night. And then the next day she's like, hey, I really didn't like that you stayed out with your friends. You're like, yeah, nah, you said it was all good. Like, remember, like I said this and you said that, and then like causing someone like
Right,
inner
yeah,
turmoil by
yeah,
being
yeah.
like, shit, did I really do that? Like that's gaslighting someone.
Ah.
For instance, if someone repeatedly tells their partner that they never said something that they clearly remember saying, causing their partner to doubt their own memory and perception of the situation, it could be considered gaslighting.
Right. I've been gaslit heaps.
A million times.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like, it's like manipulating someone.
Fuck. That's kind of cool, though, that there's a name for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been so guilty of that before.
I don't think I've done it.
Oh, I'm sure I've done it, like, back when I was a bit more of an asshole.
But I don't know, like, but would the person like know that they are gaslighting, or they just think it's the actual reality that they thought? I don't know.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
probably
like,
looking
I
way
get-
too deep into this.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the whole, like, there's two sides to a story, but there is a truth, and it's when you're on the wrong side of the story.
There's always three truths.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole like, is it the truth or is it my truth?
Your truth, my truth, and the real
The
truth.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's when like they coincide, but then someone stands their ground, and then the other person, their truth becomes someone else's truth, and then we're going in circles.
Ah, it's good to be back.
Yeah. Do you have a yuck this week?
Not really, to be honest. I had a think about it. I was having to think today. I've had a pretty hectic last couple of weeks, and like being off work sick and getting into a new career and everything like that. I haven't had too many things that like really give me the yuck. Like
A real gross.
yeah,
and shit?
it's just been all been yuck. I guess just getting fucking sick and not being able to like kind of finish the job off the way I wanted to. I guess it's not really a yuck. It's more of just like it happened.
My yuck this week is the Tigers NRL club. So the West Tigers,
fuck.
So they suck, right? They just suck, and they're a useless club. And people saying that they should probably get relegated out of the NRL might be on the right track. They continue to suck, and their CEO is a bit of a prick, and they lose all the time. But so teams have started unveiling their Anzac jerseys for the Anzac round next week or the weekend after. And the Tigers released theirs today, and it was like a cool jersey. And it was the standard Tigers jersey, and it had two soldiers on the stomach, shows two soldiers walking, right? The Tigers published this online, and people were quickly like, hey, this is a really tacky effort. You guys are already in the media for being shit, and your club's falling apart. If you just Google soldiers walking, it's the first photo that comes up. And people were like, those are American soldiers. Like people were like, hey, like military guy here. Those aren't the guns we use. That's an American uniform.
Fucking hell.
And the Tigers have now announced a club that is renowned for being useless and having no prior planning ability. We're like, okay, sorry, we didn't realize this. It's a stock image. We're going to go back and try again. And it's like, dude, sort your shit out.
Fucking hey, that's like on a school assignment or a uni assignment. You're just like, quick, need image, go.
Yeah.
That's poor effort.
So just do a little bit better, guys. Everyone else is doing cool shit. So yeah, shitty club. They suck. Warriors are great.
Up the wise.
Yeah, fantastic.
That was a good win on the weekend.
It was such a dude, it got me so excited.
Yeah.
And then listening to Andrew Webster, the coach, like, first of all, Sean Johnson gave one of the all-time post-game interviews.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, that Webby fired them up at halftime, just saying, sat the boys down and was like,
What a story.
how fucking funny,
What a
what a
story.
yarn this would be if we could pull this off.
Yeah.
And
Their resilience
show-
right now is like,
literally what Sean Johnson said. He's like, we're just
insane.
so fucking resilient, bro.
yeah.
And our ability to stay in the game, like, yeah, I know it's round 5. Like, we don't want to be fucking early crying or whatever. And whatever may end at the season, you know, the chips will fall where they may. But for now,
But
there's
it's
like a
just
belief
good.
system that we haven't seen for so long.
It's just really good signs, and regardless if they end up like outside the top 8 this year, it's still good to know that those players and that system, they have it
Yeah.
in them. They do
It's
have it
there.
there. So like and that's proven. So no matter like how good or bad the season goes, they can now build off this
Yeah.
and keep that in the team
It's
culture.
like Sean Johnson said, though, like, it showed like a level of maturity, not only in him, but within the team. Because he said, he was like, teams know what we can do now. They know that we're never out of it. So we're not the surprise package anymore. So we have to be able to do this every single week. We can't be giving away these leads.
I don't think a lot of Australians understand that how good it is for the New Zealand Warriors to like be doing well and win, and like
A lot of them are saying it. A lot of
Like-
the Australian media said the competition is better when the Warriors are doing well.
exactly, yeah. that translates often to international rugby league as well. And it's so when the competition's so good when the Warriors are doing well, everyone benefits from it.
Yeah. But yeah, they showed like if you haven't checked out the Warriors YouTube channel, they do like an actual like kind of vlog of the week every week, and they put it out and it focuses on like a different player. And they released a clip today showing Andrew Webster giving his like halftime talk, and then it shows after the game when they're all back in the sheds on the Bears singing the team song and everything. And he said he's like, even when we were 20-0 down, I thought we can't play any worse, and if we can just get a few things to stick, we're in for a sniff. He's like, me, the other coaches, everyone up in that box, we never counted ourselves out. All we needed you guys to do was prove it, and I knew that you guys had it in you, and then you just went out there and did it. And then hearing like Marcelo Montoya,
Chills.
yeah,
Oh.
hearing like Marcelo Montoya saying he was like, it's the best win I've ever been a part of. Like friggin'
Just the weather
Monty
as well.
Beetham is all over the internet saying the biggest win in club history.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about blowout win. Or yes, I understand that we were down by 20 points at one point, but like just how we won and how we're winning this year is a big like
The
middle
whole story.
finger.
Yeah, the whole
after
story.
3 years of being overseas and
The drama with the penalty at the end and giving them a penalty, and just the rain packing in with like the last 5 minutes to go when it's 30-all. It was movie scenes.
Yeah, it was sick. You can't write it.
No, couldn't write itself.
It couldn't. So yeah, my yuck is the Tigers.
Hit it.
Your yum this week, Andy. Yums for the week, Andy.
I have double barrel yum for two people from 2 weeks ago. Oh, yeah. The last 2 weeks. My yum this week goes to Jordan Soons and Ryan Gurau, two of our good pals.
Nice.
After my mum and cousin moved into the flat, I've needed to do a few things around the house and like fix up a few things and make sure everything's good for them both and whatever they needed, hang things, just handyman stuff. And all of my tools have been locked in the city underground. And these guys have let me use their tools and come around and use them. Even Gurau, he came around and helped me put bed legs on like mum's bed for her and things like that. And I was just like, man, I'm really humbled to have some good friends that
Nice
can
friends with a bit of fucking know-how as well.
It's just I'm more than capable of doing it myself, but I just didn't have the tools, and it wasn't a case of like, oh, here's the tools. It was like, I'll give you this, I'll give you the screws as well, I'll give you this. Actually, I'll come around and help you. Do you want a hand? I'll pull into yours first, and it was just like so good to have like mates like that are just willing to do things and help you out. And so shout out you boys.
Shout out you boys. Good group of boys.
Yeah, good fellas.
Good boy.
Any day on the water.
Any day on the water.
My yum for this week is that they have announced that they have got the gang back together and they are running another Shrek movie.
What? Shrek 5?
So Mike Myers has said he wants to reprise the role of Shrek. Cameron Diaz, who I didn't know, hasn't been in Hollywood since 2013, has said she focused on being a mother and said she was like, yeah, I'll come back and do Fiona. And Eddie Murphy, bless Eddie Murphy, man. Antonio Banderas obviously still floating around as Puss in Boots. Like that was up for like, I think it actually did get the Oscar for like best animated film. Eddie Murphy, like, he seems like one of those dudes, like kind of like Jim Carrey, but on a lesser scale, where like Hollywood got to him for a while or something. He like disappeared, kind of came back this, like, when people come back like real polished and everything, everyone's like, oh, he's a clone. Like I got that vibe from Eddie Murphy for a while. And he said, he was like, I'll be honest, I was a little bit upset when they made a Puss in Boots movie over a Donkey movie. He was like, I think Donkey is a fantastic character.
Yeah.
And he said, I would be happy. He's like, I will sign on for that movie in 2 seconds. And Mike Myers said, he was like, I don't know if people want it, but I would do a Shrek movie every day for the rest of my life.
Heard that interview,
Yeah, and it's like one of the biggest franchises ever. I know that it had its own life on the internet with like Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life or whatever. But like, yeah, it's sick. I don't
It's
know.
iconic. Yeah.
It is. Like, you go back and watch them, and it wasn't even something that I like loved when I was little, but it's definitely
did.
yeah. It was like I could still sit down and just quote the whole movie type of thing.
I was the kid that like had that on DVD.
Yeah.
And I'd watch it a lot. That's why all the internet stuff like cringed me. Like I'd see it and I'm like, oh no, you're ruining my the childhood. Like,
Don't hurt him.
yeah. So,
Stop it! You're hurting him.
but I have to admit, I don't think I watched past the
second or third, whatever.
somewhere around there.
But it's just nice to know, like,
But I will definitely go and watch it. Like,
they're
if
not
it,
trying to
like, comes
reinvent
out.
the wheel. And the director said he's like, if I'm doing this again, I'm doing it with the original cast, or I'm not doing it.
Fucking A.
And it was like,
You don't wanna
sweet,
ruin
You
that.
can't. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my yum this
That's a
week.
big Mike Myers, what a man.
Yeah. Episode 60 of Off Topic, guys. You can get us at Off Topic Chat on Instagram, Off Topic Potty on TikTok. Send us your voicemails. Send us your freaking messages for anything you want. Let us know if we're using these Gen Z words wrong.
Yeah.
Telling me that banging 30s ain't something to do with ladies. Also, yeah, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean?
Yeah, tell us.
What's the 30 and why is it being banged?
Yeah.
Or bung? Or,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're falling apart, so that must mean it's time to end the episode. Anyway, have a great week, guys. Peace.
Later.